Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and welcome to His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Manoj Kumar Bharti, the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, Indonesia, to Eminent Bapak Muhammad Rizky Safari Shajid Affair, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, New Delhi, India, Bapak Nizam, Director General of Higher Education, Ibu Paristianti Nurwardani, Secretary of the Directorate General of Higher Education, all directors from the Directorate General of Higher Education, Mrs. Kusuma Bansal, Second Secretary of Education and Culture, the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, Indonesia, Ibu Lestiani Yuniarsi, Education and Culture Attaché, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, New Delhi, India, all rectors and universities representatives, distinguished guests and participants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Izzati Zefania and I am your MC for today. First and foremost, I'd like to say that it is such an honor. I am very delightful to be amongst the company of all of you here, and welcome to the International Webinar Study in India and Scholarship Opportunities, organized by the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in New Delhi, India, the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, and of course, the Directorate General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off, singing the national anthem of Indonesia. We kindly advise each and every one of you to please remain seated during the video. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia Raya. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Indian National Anthem.
Janagana mana adhinayak jaya he Bharat bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladhi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mange Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana Mangala Dayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He
Very well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite Bapak Yayat Hendayana on behalf of Ibu Paristianti Nurwadani as Secretary for the Directorate General of Higher Education to give his report. Ladies and gentlemen, Bapak Yayat Hendayana, Coordinator for General Affairs, Public Relations, and Cooperation, Directorate General of Higher Education.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mbak Iza, His Excellency Ambassador to the Republic of Indonesia to Indonesia, Mr. Manoj Kumar Bharti, the Honorable Bapak Muhammad Rizky Safari, Charge d'Affaires, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, the Honorable Bapak Nizam, Director General of Higher Education, Honorable Directors from the Directorate General of Higher Education, Honorable Mrs. Kusuma Bansal, Second Secretary of Education and Culture, the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, Indonesia, and then Honorable Ibu Lestiani Yuniarsi, Honorable Ibu Lestiani Yuniarsi, Education and Culture Attaché, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, New Delhi, India, and then Honorable Rectors and Universities Representative, distinguished guests, participants, and ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to all of us, and may peace and prosperity be upon you all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all in this international webinar, which will give us a chance to discuss the scholarship opportunities from the Indian government and potential future collaboration between Indonesia and India universities. Bapak Dirjen, please allow me to give you the report. First, we have invited 75 universities heads, rectors, and then we also invite several students, Indonesian students, who will give the experience during their study in India. Dear distinguished speakers, participants, ladies and gentlemen, as we know that Indonesia has more than 4,700 universities with more than 8 million students and more than 300 lecturers in higher education section. That numbers is the representative of how much potential that Indonesia can utilize for its national interest. As we all know, the quality of education is always one of the important factors for the future of a nation. To balance the quantity, we are from the Directorate General of Higher Education is always to determine to provide the best possible chances for our students to get the quality education that can be achieved through the improvement of the national education or through international collaboration with our foreign partners. Excellencies, distinguished speakers, participants, ladies and gentlemen, in this international webinar, we would like to ask Pak Nizam to give the speech and to open our webinar seminar. But before that, we would like to invite our ambassador of India and our attaché. I think that's all what I can do to say. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mbak Iza.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable remarks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite Mr. Manoj Kumar Bharti, His Excellency Ambassador of the Republic of India, Embassy of India in Jakarta, Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, help me and join me in welcoming Mr. Manoj Kumar Bharti.
Namaste, selamat pagi. I am glad to see so many colleagues and important officials from Ministry of Education of Government of the Republic of Indonesia. I would like to mention my dear friend now, Bapak Nizam, Director General. I hope to see Ibu Pristianti Nurvardani, the Secretary today, but please convey her my regards. Bapak Yayat Hendayana, who represented her. Thank you very much for your introductory remarks. I would also like to welcome all the rectors and other directors of different universities in Indonesia, who I understand have joined this webinar. Also the students, I think 75 or so students who have joined. Welcome to this session of Introduction to Education and Scholarships in India. At the present moment, there are 4 different kinds of scholarships that are being offered by the government of India. And I would like to highlight this point at the beginning, that the reason why the Indian government has been offering these scholarships is the eternal desire in the Indian policy to share whatever knowledge we have with the people around the world who are on the same and similar path of progress. Many people have asked me during my assignments in Belarus, Ukraine, even in Indonesia in the last 6 months, as to Indian government or India itself has never been economically so powerful to offer so many scholarships. So why does the government of India do these things? And the reason is this. India would like to share its knowledge and expertise with the people who can benefit along with us in India. I'll give you an example. The Itech Scholarship, the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, was established in 1964. And in the last 57 years, more than couple of $1 billion have been spent by Government of India in providing these scholarships. I am sure you will find the details in the presentation made by the Second Secretary, Education and Culture, Ms. Kusuma Bansal, later on in the program. But I can tell you that these billions of dollars that are being spent are a sign of the Indian goodwill to spread the knowledge that we accumulate in our land. Every student or every person who takes this Itech scholarship, right now this is COVID times, so there is no travel or anything involved. But in normal times, each scholarship holder is receiving nearly $10,000 during his or her scholarship period in India. International travel, education grant, tuition fee, living and boarding costs, some book grant, daily allowance. Nearly $10,000 on an average is spent on each of these scholarships given by Government of India. This gives you the amount of involvement that we have. And when I came here 6 months ago, I found that these scholarships are not really being very well even understood, not even informed by the stakeholders in Indonesia. And that is when I started talking about it. I have been visiting different universities, different cities in the previous time before this second wave of pandemic started here. And everywhere, whether to a governor, to a mayor, to the rector of a university, everywhere I spoke about this. When I met with Bapak Nizam in Ministry of Education, we spoke in detail about this, these kind of scholarships that are being given by Government of India. And I am glad that Bapak Nizam has taken so much of interest in trying to spread this word as to how these scholarships could be utilized, and maximum utility can be done by the officials and students of Indonesia. So let me take a few lines, a few moments to describe each of these 4 different streams that will be given details on by Mrs. Kusuma Bansal, my colleague in the Indian Embassy. I would start by this Itech program, where I would say that in the last 5 years, 370 Indonesian nationals have attended this training course in India under this program. There are in normal times nearly 64 different streams of expertise on which these scholarships can be availed of. These are from as simple a course as English proficiency program. There can be office management program. There can be IT training program, management and leadership. The courses can be in the form of renewable energy sources, electronic governance, rural governance. There are, as I said, 64 different items. If anyone logs in the Indian Embassy website or simply that Itech websites, the courses which are on offer this year, because this is an annual program, the courses which are on offer this year, the whole details, when they are starting, which university is or which institution is giving that course, everything is detailed there. And our only request to all the participants, all the university rectors, is to spread this word amongst your students and your faculty members to get to the site, know these details, and apply. We have, as I said earlier, the scholarship has this benefit that once a candidate is selected, he or she does not have to spend even 1 penny, either on international travel or living in India. In fact, there are many instances that people who have gone under these Itech courses to India, they have come back with some extra money with them because they cannot spend all that money that they have received in India. And about Itech course, it must be identified that it is not for students. Itech courses are for young professionals. Anyone who has 5 years of working experience can avail of these scholarship courses. I'll repeat, Itech course is not for students. It is for professionals young professionals who have minimum 5 years of experience. And the age bracket within which a person is capable or it's possible for the person to apply is 25 to 45 years of age. Now I will move to something called a doctoral fellowship program. This is for students, and this is for students who want to do master's degree and PhD courses in India. And not only in India, actually these courses are for courses being offered by Indian Institute of Technology, IIT. There are 23 IITs right now in India, and a student can apply for a course in any of these IITs. It must be noted that IITs in India are premium institutes of engineering and technology in India, recognized throughout this world. In fact, there is if you can search on the YouTube, there's a video called Gift of India to the US. And if you see that, there are basically mentions of IIT students pass out from IITs who have gone to US, and they have been instrumental in building the Silicon Valley of United States. So IITs are recognized worldwide as a premium institute of learning, and 1,000 scholarships were announced by the Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister Modi, in January 2018 for ASEAN countries. 1,000 scholarships to be utilized in the 3-year period from 2018 to 2022 academic year. Now, these 1,000 scholarships had strict selection process, because the selection is for IITs. The selection process is very rigid, and IIT Delhi is the organizing body for these doctoral fellowships. I can tell you that this program is yet to be realized in full sense. As I said, these 1,000 scholarships are for ASEAN countries. But if you see population-wise, Indonesian population is almost half of ASEAN's population. So that will mean nearly 500 of these scholarships are for Indonesian citizens and students. But out of these 500 possible seats for Indonesia, only 42 people have applied in the last 2.5 years, which is a shame. So much is on offer, and there has not been enough number of seekers. And primary reason, in my opinion, is lack of information. I hope that after this webinar, this information is spread to all those people who are capable of applying for these scholarships. Now, to tell you about the rigors of this scholarship and education program, out of the 42 people from Indonesia who applied, only 21 were selected because of the strong credentials required. And I would strongly recommend students and master's seekers or PhD seekers who have good credentials and would like to learn and have a full course in India, sometimes spanning over 2 years or more than that, are requested to look at this scholarship seriously and apply according to the procedure. The third scholarship that I would like to mention is something called ICCR scholarship, which is Indian Council for Cultural Relations. These scholarships are extremely valued because they give students a full-fledged course, completely free, completely provided by the government of India, in various things related to culture, learning of Indian performing arts, and different courses in universities. On an average, Indonesia gets nearly 20 or 22 scholarships every year. But I would like to tell you that 2018-19, only 18 people applied for these courses. 2019-20, only 19 people applied for these courses. And in 2021, of course, because of the pandemic, only 7 people applied for this course. Some of these courses are nowadays available also online. The same goes to the Itech course also. These courses are available online, and these are short duration courses, Itech courses. But these scholarship program from ICCR are long duration courses, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. So it is a much more rigorous program. And you know, when I went to Bali, I met with some of the ICCR scholars who had gone to India some time ago. And almost each one of them was extremely happy with the program that they underwent in India, both in terms of educational value as well as the kind of camaraderie, the kind of contacts that they develop, not only within India, but international students who come from different parts of the world. So that was one very important segment, which I found students having a good experience of getting the scholarships and studying in India for a longer period of time. Once again, the details you will get in the presentation provided by Mrs. Kusuma Bansal. So I move on to the last part of this scholarship scheme, which are called Study in India. These scholarships or these provisions are made for both undergraduate courses as well as master level courses. So this is primarily for the students. And I would encourage students to know more about this from the website and apply on the Indian Embassy website. And let me give you some more information. There are about 100 institutes with 2,600 courses under Study in India program. The program is currently offering approximately 55,000 seats and 2,000 full scholarships. Institute under this initiative offer waivers of tuition fee to deserving candidates from 25 to 100%. The courses offered under the Study in India program are undergraduate, postgraduate, as well as PhD programs in the area of architecture, arts, business, commerce, engineering, humanities, law, management, pharmacy, and sciences. The program offers scholarships called the Study of India Scholarship on an annual basis. And the partner institutes provides tuition fee waivers for which students can apply at the time of application. So here I finish my introduction to the scholarship and education programs in India. I'm sorry I have taken a little more than desired time, but I hope this will be beneficial to everyone who is listening. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I wish this seminar all success. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Manoj, for your valuable remarks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite Bapak Muhammad Rizky Safari, Chargé d'Affaires, Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, New Delhi, India. Ladies and gentlemen, help me and join me in welcoming Bapak Muhammad Rizky Safari. Bapak Rizky, over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good morning to all of us. Excellency Ambassador Mbati in Jakarta. Namaste, selamat pagi. Yang terhormat Bapak Nizam, Director General for Higher Education, the Ministry of Education of Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is such an honor for me to be invited to this seminar and being invited to deliver a short address, the short speech for this seminar. I am really glad also that there are a number of participants which cover a lot of universities in Indonesia. I heard that there are more than 75 rectors of Indonesian universities, lecturers, as well as students that are currently participating in this seminar. Indeed, it is such encouraging figures for me that this seminar, the subject of seminar is quite interesting for many of us in Indonesia. And indeed, it's true that the education system in India is I think one of the best education system to be considered by many parties in Indonesia to pursue a higher education, to continue higher education in India. There are some aspect that can be considered for those who are interested in continuing studies in India that that should be considered to be taken before continuing the studies. As mentioned by Ambassador Bharti earlier, that even though the Indian government is not economically powerful, but the desire to share, the ability, the capability, as well as the opportunities to catch a better future for all of us who will participate, who will pursue the degrees in India. So there are, one of these aspects is the internationally recognition. As Ambassador Bhatti said earlier, that IIT and alumni of IIT has been very well recognized in many parts of the world. And if I may share my personal experience, that IIT is my childhood dreams. I've been in India in 80s, and IIT is one of the best, one of number one in my list, my wish list, in my dream of having higher education. But life goes on different way, in different way. And now I'm back in India as an official of the government of Indonesia in India, covering India and also Bhutan. I see that out of these opportunities that has been offered by the Indian government, as Ambassador mentioned earlier, that it's been so little, it's been so small portion that has been taken by Indonesian students. So I and my previous ambassador here, Mr. Siddhartho, wishes to see a lot more students from Indonesia catching up with these opportunities that has been provided, that has been offered by the Indian government. And the number is not so small. Even like the doctoral scholarship, 1,000 position for ASEAN students. Very few Indonesian students have taken the opportunities of that. And although it's not that that much portion that Indonesian student has been taken, it seems that India's education system is getting more attention by our student. Since I see here that there are the number of Indonesian students is growing, is increasing actually, although it's not that much. But as of today, according to my note, there are more than 200 students taking study in India. However, this number is still very, very small. So with that in mind, I also encourage students for all degrees. There are a lot of opportunities from India, bachelor's degrees, master's degree, as well as this doctoral degrees has been offered, and they are open. And what we have to do here is just explore the opportunities available, just explore interest that we are interested in, a field of study that would be, related to your studies right now or in the future. And by having that, I also encourage that we do explore a further cooperation, not only through scholarship, Ambassador Dirjen, but I think we should have also take a step forward by increasing the cooperation between education institution in India and Indonesia. So to be having more knowledge of each other, the cooperation between education institution will take an important role. By knowing each other, we will have a more interest. We will have knowledge on which compatibility or any cooperation aspect that we think we could continue in the future. So the scholarship is very good, but more cooperation will give more opportunities for each other, as well as exchange program or any other cooperation that we could think of. Once again, I would like to thank you, the committee, the invitation for me to deliver a little bit speech in this session. I wish you all to have a fruitful seminar throughout the day. And I and my colleague here in India are available at any time to follow up any program or output from this seminar of today. I thank you. Selamat pagi. Terima kasih.
Selamat pagi, Bapak. Thank you very much for your valuable remarks, Bapak Muhammad Rizky Safari. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite Bapak Nizam, the Director General of Higher Education, to give his opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Bapak Nizam.
Thank you, Mbak Izati. Excellency Ambassador Manoj Bharti, my dear friend, Excellency Rizky Safari, Shadow Affair Kedutaan Indonesia di New Delhi, dan rekan-rekan sekalian yang berbahagia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Semangat pagi, salam sehat, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Good morning to all of you. It's an honor for me to be here with Ambassador and Shadow Affair Kedutaan Indonesia di New Delhi, dan juga para pimpinan perguruan tinggi yang berbahagia, serta adik-adik mahasiswa yang saya cintai dan banggakan. Puji syukur alhamdulillah, we all are in good health despite this current pandemics. So let's pray for our friends, brothers, sisters who are hospitalized or stay at home due to pandemic. May they recover soon. Please allow me to share screen just to update the future collaboration with India in higher education, especially that we all would love to see in the future. Can I share screen?
Already, Pak Dirjen.
Okay, thank you. So as many of you might already know, we have the government policy in preparing our future leaders and our future talents to go through emancipated learning, to make them more agile, more flexible, more adaptive, more creative in facing the challenge of the 21st century. The emancipated learning program we call Campus Merdeka is a good platform for collaborations between Indonesia and India in higher education. Just a brief overview, currently our higher education system serving around 8.5 million students, catered by 4,500 higher education institutions across the country from Aceh to Papua. It's a big number for higher education, but I believe India has a lot more. This Campus Merdeka emancipated learning program actually break down the silo of study program, the silo of departments, to enable students to move from one department to the other, to take courses from other faculty, as well as to stay off campus. So one semester they can take different subject from different faculty or departments, and up to 2 semester, up to 40 credit hours, they can take through experiential learning, emancipated learning, immersive learning in industry, in any professional work they are aspired to be in the future. So it's more self-directed and flexible learning. And those off-campus activities can be one of these 8 or 9 activities. One, student exchange, both in country and overseas. This can be from 1 semester to 1 year. So this gives the opportunity for our students to have global friendships with their colleague friends from across the globe. And secondly, internships. The student can have intern in any professional work they are aspired to be, not just 1 month or 2 months internships, but up to 6 months, full semester internship, and they are the time they spend in industry is counted into part of their SKS acquisition. So 20 credit per semesters, up to 2 semesters they can stay in the professional world. It can be in the embassy, for instance, or for those aspired to be the future diplomats, they can have intern in any embassy, for instance. Or it can be in the United Nations organizations, UNDP, UNESCO, UNICEF, and others. Or in industries, like in Tata, for instance, or in Intel, and in many other companies. Teaching assistant, this is also a very good program where students aspire to be teachers in the future. They can experience to become a teachers in remote place, in the rural areas where there are lack of teachers. Currently, more than 15,000 students joining this Kampus Mengajar program, teaching 5,000 sekolah dasar, elementary schools in remote places in Indonesia. Research, students can become research assistants full-time, and they get credit for what they do as a research assistants. Humanitarian project, students can help for the mitigation of the pandemic, or for the natural disasters, and many other humanitarian activities, both in countries and abroad. Entrepreneurial activities is also something that we would like to push further. We know that there are a lot of startups coming out from campuses. I think Indonesia is just slightly below India in terms of number of startup companies in digital economy. And I think the number of startups in Indonesia is 5 times more than the rest of ASEAN countries. Independent project, this is also something students can develop their talents to join international competitions on formula students and other activities, as well as micro-credentials. Students can take 1 semester up to 1 year courses, for instance, in IIT India to learn about machine learning, data, big data, or cloud computing, and things like that. And community service program. This is also very popular to our students. We usually students spend 2 months in rural village and remote places, but this time they can spend up to 6 months, even 1 full year in community development. Community empowerment, this is a very good things to have in developing the country. And to accelerate the transformation of universities to become more agile, more adaptive, more creative, we ask rectors, as their contract with the ministry, these 8 key performance indicators. One is how many of the students, this is employability of graduates. How many of the graduates go into workforce or work immediately after graduating? And secondly, how many of the students, how many percentage of the students join the Campus Merdeka project at least 1 semester out of their campus? And third, the same as Sweden, we also send our staff to have sabbatical leave, intern in industry, in partner universities to improve their knowledge and update the skills and knowledge with the recent or current development in the best universities as well as industry. And also we open the door of our campuses for professional Nobel laureate researchers, professors from other countries to get into the classroom, to bring real-world problem to the classroom, to make the classroom more project-oriented, case-based oriented learning. So number 7. And 5, we also ask our lecturers to not only publish paper, but also how to make the research results go into industry or go into the society for the goodness of for the good being of the well-being of the society. And 6, collaborations between our study program with international partners. So we encourage our Indonesian universities, study programs to partner with Indian-based universities, so we can have closer link between the two countries. And 8, international standard of the study program. So dual degree, joint degree with international partner is very much encouraged. So to accelerate that, we also provide resources. One is matching fund. Any partnership between industry and university will match any commitment of the industry to the university with the same amount. If Tata, for instance, work together with ITS to develop something in Indonesia, and Tata commit for 1 million rupiah, for instance, 1 billion rupiah, for instance, then government will provide a matching fund of the same amount. So the impact for the university will double, and the impact of the investment from the industry will also double. And second, competitive fund for Campus Merdeka. This is to accelerate our campus to become Campus 4.0. And finally, for the Emancipated Learning Program, the Campus Merdeka program, we put a large sum of resource for that. And for the international collaborations, we welcome world-class university from partner countries. Say, for instance, IIT would like to open branch campus in Indonesia, we welcome that. And we also would like to encourage university-to-university partnership or consortium of universities in technology, for instance, in social sciences, in health, in agriculture. So with that, this is a good kind of program, because then it is not just you to you, but group of university with group of universities working together, developing together on a certain aspect of life, whether it is agriculture, whether it is transportation, infrastructure development, technology, and any fields that of common interest. And through this partnership and consortium, we can have joint research, we can have student exchange, staff exchange, joint curriculum development, joint program, double degree, joint degree. So this is a very flexible kind of collaborations. And currently we have got a number of such consortium, like with MIT, we have the MIRA, with UK universities, we have UKITIS, and we are looking forward to see such consortium with Indian institutions. And internships in industry, scholarships, sabbatical leave for professors, both in country and internationally. Micro credentials, we also open up for intensive training courses in new technology as well as social development. And online learning, of course, can be part of the collaboration. And for that, this is just an example of the fields of collaborations that we can do. This is the first foreign university, top university that opened up in Indonesia. Monash University is the 0 to 1 case. And Monash started their campus this year, actually. So they start enrolling the student this next term. And this is also International Center open in Bali, Tsinghua University for wellness. This is also a good example of foreign university presence in Indonesia, both in research as well as in education. For the micro-credentials, this is an example. Google provides this training for our young generations. 3,000 students joining these activities. They are fully certified at the end with the Android programming, for instance, or machine learning or cloud computing. And they make a good project at the end in a group, in teamworks of students developing applications, digital applications for the economy. This is also other activities, student through community development, developing the tourism in region in all over the country. So for the next semester, we are preparing for 15,000 of internships, student internships in industry, and many international partners joining these activities. More than 160 international partners, as well as national big companies joining this, providing this internship program. And government support for the transportation of students from their home, their home to the place of intern, and also provide stipend for their stay in the big city, for instance. And also micro-credentials, we provide 5,000 seats for micro-credentials. And the Campus Mengajar student can help teachers in remote places. We provide 35,000 seats for this year, and 20,000 for student exchange in country, and 1,000 for student exchange internationally. Through Indonesia International Student Mobility Award, more than 73 universities, to be precise, in 31 countries. We have conducted the selection, and currently they are going into those universities. 1,000 students joining this program. Is fully funded by the government. And student exchange program nationally is to celebrate diversity. We also invite students from other countries to join Indonesian students in celebrating Indonesian diversity and make friendships globally. Campus Mengajar, the campus goes to teaching. This also help teachers in rural and remote schools, and they done amazing things in the rural place, like these students. They help school with no connections of internet, they develop technology to use the satellite to deliver e-learning. So ICT for education is also the fields that we would like to push forward to transform our schools and campuses to this digital world. And through National Education Network, I think inherent the International Education and Research Network can link with the India Research and Education Network. So we then have the mutual backbone or molecular network to share research, to conduct joint research, and to access data. Thank you very much for the time, and we are looking forward to closer collaborations with India in all aspects of higher education, research, and development. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Bapak Nizam, Director General of Higher Education, for your opening remarks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, move on to our very next agenda, which is group photo session. And so with that, we would like to invite all of the VIPs to kindly turn on your video. Not to mention all of the student representatives. We have Ibu Galuh Dwi Ajeng, Ibu Anggi Eka Pratiwi, and Ibu Elsa Putri Pertiwi to kindly also join us on the group photo session. Very well. We are waiting for the committees to put everyone's in the spotlight. Let's see if we can squeeze everyone all together here on our screen. Very well. Are we ready? On my count, ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1. One more. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1. Very well. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now we would like to take some pictures with all the participants. And so for those who are willing to take pictures with us, you may turn on your video. Our committees will take the pictures. Make sure that you are in your position at the moment. All right, on my count, 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all of the participants. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our opening ceremony today. And we are about to begin our very main agenda. Already here with us today, Mrs. Kusuma Bansal, Second Secretary of Education and Culture, the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, Indonesia. And she is going to deliver her material about scholarship of India government. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Kusuma Bansal.
A very good afternoon to everyone. Will you put up my presentation, Ibu Izati? First and foremost, I would really like to thank the Directorate General of Higher Education for the very proactive manner in which this international webinar has been organized. The Director General himself, under whose guidance this was done, and Mr. Firman and Mr. Baginda, they have been really active, and it is due to your efforts that we are here today. So very big thank you to all of you. And now to start our presentation. So as I think all of you are very well aware, India has the third largest education system in the world. We are very well known for our expertise in the STEM subjects, more science subjects. We have about every year we have about 19,000 plus seats for that come up, and 160 institutes and 1,500 courses are on offer. So going to the various scholarships and schemes that are offered to Indonesians, I will first touch upon the Itech program. Our ambassador has already given you a very broad idea of all the schemes that are available to Indonesian nationals. But coming to Itech is basically a capacity building program wherein working professionals, it is for working professionals to increase their expertise in the area of their work. It's very easy to get into this program. The criteria is not very strenuous, and 100 scholarship, 100 slots are given to Indonesia every year. This year, only 16 of them have been utilized, and more than 64 courses so far are on offer. I would really like to request if these programs are given wide publicity so more can benefit from this. Next, please. So these are the broad sectors under which Itech courses are offered. This more or less covers the entire spectrum of sectors that are available. And under each sector, we have subsectors, specialized courses that are offered. Right now, if you go to the Itech website, you can see all the courses that are under offer here. Next, please. This is the eligibility criteria. Right now, due to COVID, of course, we are only having online courses. So no one is traveling to India to attend these courses. Like I said, since these are capacity building, minimum experience is 3 years up to 5 years. This is open not only to government officials, but also to employees of private, public sector companies, universities, chamber of commerce, and industry, more or less covering the entire spectrum of the society. So anyone, any working professional can take advantage of these courses. But since education in India is mostly in English, English proficiency is the main criteria other than the experience criteria. And of course, the age limit is also there. Next, please. Next, please. This, of course, last year we had only 3 Indonesians out of 100 slots open who attended. This year, the scene is a little better. We have 16 so far who have attended the courses. The next is the doctoral fellowship in India for Asean. This, joining an IIT is the dream of every Indian student. Every child has this dream and starts preparing from the time they are 12 years old to get into an IIT. I think this is being offered on a platter to scholars from ASEAN countries, 1,000 scholarship program. And as already mentioned by Ambassador, IITs are among the most premier institutes in the world. Acceptance level is only 4%, whereas in Harvard, it is 9%. So you can, assume or think the level of, the high level of education and the strenuous selection process that is there. So anyone who wants to apply for this scheme, rather people should be encouraged to apply for this DIA fellowship scheme. It will give them a really big leg up in life. Coming to the scheme itself, we have 1,000 scholarships for the entire ASEAN region. And this year, 450 are on offer. IIT Delhi is the nodal agency for selection of candidates. And I think my last point says we are in the QS and the global top 100 this thing. Next one. Funding here is for doctoral means, of course, it's from the title, it's very clear. These are for PhD programs. This program, fellowship is for PhD programs. And normally, PhDs sometimes take up to 5 years. So funding is for a period of monthly stipend, living allowances for a period of 5 years. I would, this year, only 9 students. This year, 9 students from Indonesia have been selected for the DIA, and they are being contacted by IIT Delhi. But I would really, once again, stress that this is a very prestigious program. If more people could apply and take advantage of this. Next one, please. So scholarship schemes from the ICCR. From ICCR, we have two scholarship schemes, the GSS and the Cultural Exchange Program. ICCR scholarships, you can study either undergraduate, postgraduate, or PhDs also. And slots for ICCR is under GSS scheme, Indonesia has 20 slots, and under CEP we have 2 slots. I'm very happy to say this time more than 90 students have applied for these scholarships, and more or less we have finalized 21 out of 22 slots. 21 students have already been placed and given offer letters. But a lot of students have refused offer letters after applying and being selected and accepting the scholarship due to fear of COVID. In spite of telling them right now, no one is traveling anywhere, it is online until the situation comes under control, this fear seems to be in the students. If you can reach out to prospective students and tell them COVID is going to be a part of our lives, we will not be traveling as long as COVID is widely prevalent, widely spread out. So this message should go so that students come forward to take more scholarships. And this, next slide, please. The ICCR scholarships give the students living allowances, accommodation charges, tuition fees, studies tours are included in the course, but the travel cost of passage, that has to be borne by the student. And this year a new feature has been added, that is every student has to take an insurance, medical insurance policy up to the value of 5 lakh rupees due to, I think, COVID, widespread COVID. This has been previously, it was desirable, but this year this has been made mandatory. Next one, please. Study in India is another very desirable and very good program wherein a large number of scholarships are on offer under this program. And tuition fee waivers range from 25% to 100%. Tickets are also given under this scheme, and it more or less covers, other than medicine, it covers all other sectors of education. And the scheme covers admission fees, tuition fees, accommodation, lodging, boarding, everything. But this year only one student has availed of this study in India. She has already traveled to India for her undergraduate course, wherein she also got her tickets, fully paid tickets. But there has been no interest in this scheme. This is a scheme where a large number of students can benefit. If this can be given publicity among school living students or undergraduates, it would really help them. Next one, please. Thank you very much. Once again, English is the language of instruction in India. So anyone with, they should have proficiency in the English language to be able to fully utilize these scholarships. And India is a very easy country to live in, to study, and people are friendly. The culture is very easy to assimilate. To a large extent, Indonesia and India, you don't have a culture shock when you go there. So I think I would request, if students are really encouraged to avail of the scholarships available to them, and if Itech slots are also fully utilized. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mrs. Kusuma Bansal, Second Secretary of Education and Culture, the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, Indonesia. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable presentations on Scholarship of India. Thank you. We do hope sure that all of the participants are at least learn a thing or two, or maybe this is new to them, which is also really good. So again, thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable presentations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our second main agenda today. Already here with us, all of the students' representatives. Like I mentioned earlier, we have Ibu Galuh Dwi Ajeng, PhD, Ibu Anggi Eka Pratiwi, and Ibu Elsa Putri Pertiwi. But before that, let's hear a few words from Ibu Lestiani Yuniarsi, Education and Culture Attaché, Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, New Delhi, India. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming Ibu Lestiani. Ibu Lesti, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mbak Izati. Good morning, selamat pagi, namaste. His Excellency Sri Manoj Kumar Bhatti, Ambassador of the Republic of India in Jakarta, His Excellency Bapak Muhammad Rizky Safari, Charge d'Affaires in Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia at New Delhi, Honorable Professor Nizam, Director General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Indonesia, respected Bapak Yayat, who represent Ibu Paristianti Nurwardani, Secretary for the Directorate General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Indonesia. Also here, respected Ibu Kusuma Bansal, the Second Secretary of Education and Culture, Embassy of India in Jakarta, and all our Indonesian speaker in this webinar, also the webinar participants. Allow me to share my great happiness today. I could join in this international webinar, and I'm here accompanied by trio proudly angels, Indonesian angels among more than 200 Indonesian students who recently study in various programs from various levels in 19 states among 20 states and 8 unitary territories in India. Allow me to introduce them. They are Mbak Galuh Dwi Ajeng. She is PhD student in Department of English and Modern European Language in Lucknow University, Uttar Pradesh. She is awardee of Indian Council for Cultural Relations, Iccr Scholarship. And secondly, Mbak Anggi Pratiwi. She is a PhD student in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, especially in Quantum Computing and Network Science. She is from Indian Institute of Technology, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. She is one of the awardee doctoral fellowship in India for Asean, DIA. And at the last, Mbak Elsa Putri Pertiwi. She is master student in Technology Mechanical Engineering, especially in Manufacturing, Technology and Automation. She is study in Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management, or Gitam Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. By knowing them and listening to their stories since I met them, to get study in India is encouraging me to share how they could pass all the process. Starting from the beginning selection with challenging and tough preparation and how they should compete with other smart candidates. Also, some experience they get through from leaving hometown, apart from their family, to reach India to meet diverse culture. Until now, they should get survive in the amid of pandemic COVID-19. How they should manage their time along with tight schedules, and how they cope with the extreme weather. And of course, they should create certain strategies and tricks beyond the comfort zone. However, they do not forget how to enjoy India with this funny experience, and might be some surprise they have experienced also. Without overdue, now it's their turn to share with you all their unique experiences as the unique and incredible India. After listening to their experience, hopefully it would encourage participants to have strong interest and willingness to study in India. Thank you very much for listening to them, and stay safe and well. Trio Angels, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Ibu Lestiani, for your short speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we would like to invite our first speaker today of the second main agenda, Ibu Galuh Dwi Ajeng, PhD. Like Ibu Lesti mentioned earlier, she went to the Department of English and Modern European Languages, University of Lucknow, and she was one of the awardees of ICCR, or Indian Council for Culture Relations. Ladies and gentlemen, help me and join me in welcoming Ibu Galuh Dwi Ajeng. Ibu Galuh, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mbak Izati. Thank you, Ibu Listiani. His Excellency Sri Manoj Kumar Bharti, His Excellency Bapak Muhammad Rizki Savari, Honorable Prof. Nizam, Honorable Ibu Prastianti Nurwadani, Honorable Mirsis Kusuma Bansai, Honorable Ibu Lestiani Yuniarsi, Mbak Anggi and Mbak Elsa, and all webinar participants, good morning from Lucknow, India. Namaste. I am Galuh Dwi Ajeng. And first of all, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity given to me. I am the awardee of ICCR Scholarship, Indian Council for Cultural Relations. On this occasion, I enroll in English language teaching PhD program. Being in this country that has 4 seasons is a pleasant time for me. Since we know that India is a historical country, it has so many places and things to be explored, such as Taj Mahal, Ganga River or Ganges River, beautiful river in Rishikesh, Pink City in Jaipur, and then Bara Imam Bara here, Indian Gate in Delhi, and we can also see snow and feel snow in Simla. We call it as Little Europe in India, and also seashore in South, beautiful mountain in Arunachal Pradesh, desert in Rajasthan, and many more that we can explore in India. Actually, I have visited some and being amazed with the beautiful view of every places that I have come. And I also tried some food, traditional food of India, that are very strong and rich of flavor, but now I can adapt it with the flavor. And by seeing the typographies of India, this country certainly has various ways to live that creates culture and traditions. That is why India is rich in cultures and traditions. This condition is seen by the government of India to spread the beauty of India around the world by giving a chance for students from other countries to come, see, and learn about India through ICCR scholarship. Besides, as what Mr. Ambassador said, that India government also want to spread the knowledge around the world. Yeah, these scholarships, of course, this scholarship allows us to know more about India culture. Every month, there will be a show that is held by ICCR. This event gives us a deep understanding of the beauty of India culture and history. Commonly, we enjoy this event offline, but during this pandemic, we enjoy this event virtually. Besides, ICCR also holds summer camps for the students, but unfortunately, I don't have any experience with this these events, summer camps, due to the pandemic situations. But still, I appreciate these events as a chance for all the students to know each other and learn about other cultures. Not only that, by living in India, naturally we can learn some Hindi languages. I have experiences these languages and it is fun for me. I learn directly from the markets. How if I want to buy something and I ask about the price, such as kitna bhaiya and 10 rupees, 20 rupees, so that I can bargain with the seller. And it is fun for me. There are some words that they use that are quite similar to our words, such as anggur, kursi, guru, dunia, and etc. Yeah, studying here always allows me to find new and interesting experience. The atmosphere of the school, the neighborhood, and the public area here are quite different from our motherland, but these facts allows us to enrich our critical thinking so that we can respect each other and also empower our knowledge. In conclusion, it is good to be here. Having a chance to know and learn about India culture and history by exploring it and taste it on our own is such a wonderful experience to me. Thank you for listening. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ibu Galuh, or should I say Mbak Galuh. You're very young, very beautiful, so inspiring. So thank you very much for your sharing. And now and stay safe in India. Wish you the best of luck there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we also have Ibu Anggi Eka Pratiwi, or Mbak Anggi, already here with us. She went to the Indian Institute of Technology, Jodhpur, and she was one of the awardees of DIA, or Doctoral Fellowship in India for Asean. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mbak Anggi Eka Pratiwi. Mbak Anggi, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mbak Izati. Thank you, Bu Lestiani. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone, respected speakers and wonderful audience that watching this webinar. Thank you so much for this opportunity where I can share my experience. My name is Anggi Eka Pratiwi. I'm a PhD student in Computer Science and Engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Jodhpur, by Doctoral Fellowship Indian for ASEAN. The DIA fellowship has given me a chance to study at one of the prestigious institution in India. I have had a good experience in my first year at IIT Jodhpur. The courses at the IIT Jodhpur are so innovative and cover subjects that I never had in my bachelor or master degree before. There is a wide range of area for choosing courses and a topic of the research. They give us freedom to the student to take the classes even from other departments to support their research work. Moreover, they encourage a lot of interdisciplinary research in engineering field. Then professors at IIT are actively contributing in generation of the knowledge. They conducting cutting the edge research in several important areas that made me so impressed about Indian education system here in IIT. I started my research work some time back. My supervisor helped me get started with my research on quantum computing, which is an exciting and futuristic topic for me. And he helped me a lot in understanding the research work and also the academic system here, which it is, for me, it feels so hard and so difficult. And we have also in here a research team, and we have weekly meetings wherever we exchange ideas and knowledge for make sure the innovation still going on. And I hope that with my contribution and I can the develop of my country in my field. It is quantum computing, which is it's quite new topic in the world and in Indonesia also. And studying at IIT has given me many memorable experience. The university administration is very caring with international students. And I came here in the middle February 2021. in the middle of the COVID pandemic also, what amazed me about the IIT Jodhpur was they had really good protocols for the community on the campus. They use a technology to manage COVID in the campus by building an application to trace COVID infection. So it helped greatly in controlling the COVID cases on the campus. So now the situation in my campus seems like normal. My campus is in the state of Rajasthan, which is famous for tourism places. It is very my bad luck that I have come here in this pandemic season. So until now, I have not seen how beautiful the city of the Jodhpur and Rajasthan are. I pray that this pandemic get over soon so that I can see the beautiful places in India, and I also can share with you how beautiful the places in here. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening my experience. I hope you can enjoy this. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mbak Anggi, for your sharing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite Mbak Elsa Putri Pertiwi. She went to Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management, Visakhapatnam, and she was one of the awardees of SEE, or Study in India. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming Mbak Elsa Putri Pertiwi.
Thank you, Mbak Izati, and thank you, Lestiani. Respected Ambassador of the Embassy of the Republic of India in Jakarta, Mr. Manoj Kumar Bharti, Chief of the Affairs of Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, New Delhi, Mr. Muhammad Rizky Safari, Director General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Mr. Nizam, and all committees of webinar study in India and scholarship opportunity, and my fellow student Mbak Galuh and Mbak Anggi, and all audience, a very good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Namaste. And first and foremost, let's us praise to God the Almighty, because of His bless and mercy, we could meet in a good condition. Second, I would like to thank you for giving me a golden opportunity to share my study experience in India. My name is Elsa, and I am a SII awardee in Tech program at Manufacturing Technology and Automation Department of Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management. So in this opportunity, I would like to explain about what is Study in India scholarship. So what makes this scholarship is different with DIA and ICCR. The first is the partner of this Study in India scholarship. It's not only in public university, but also private university. It makes Study in India scholarship giving you more chance to choose your desired university. So as a result, the chance to get the university is also higher. And subsequently, the scholarships are not available for PhD until doctoral level. So it's only available for the undergraduate and postgraduate or master degree. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my master student life story here or in India started on 23rd March 2021. It gave me a unique impression since I embraced the challenging rules and restrictions due to the pandemic. Highlighting some of the education process in GITAM. Firstly, as an international student, this is the first experience for me to use English as the main language in learning. So I have to give my full focus to understand the material that is sometimes confusing me since I face difficulties to understand English with the mixing with Indian accent, but the lecturers are so friendly and always welcoming us for contacting them whenever we need that. And secondly, we get unlimited freely access to an online paid platform that is Coursera. So we can improve our skill, knowledge by many experts from prestigious organizations all around the world, such as MIT, Oxford, IBM, and etc. And absolutely getting the certificate for boosting our CV. And ultimately, yoga as a subject. So yoga is the most well-known spiritual exercise in India, but yoga is not only about exercise, but also focuses on bringing harmony between mind and body. Making yoga is a subject is fascinating for me since it can help students for relaxing and managing stress during education, home, and workplace. When I mentioned about India, most of Indonesian will notice about the Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan, and New Delhi or part of North India. But Gitam is located in Visakhapatnam, or known as Vizag, in South India, one of the cosmopolitan and clean city in India, and the tourism city known for the beaches and natural beauty, or called as the city of destiny and the jewel of the East Coast. By sharing with some Indian students here, surprisingly, I found that India and Indonesia has many similar cultures. For instance, we know Sanskrit or Sanskerta in Indonesian language, which has a similar word such as putra as a son, putri as a daughter, utar, north, and etc. And furthermore, both countries love spicy food. Indonesia loves sambal and India loves masala. And till now, my favorite food is biryani and pani puri. But sadly, I haven't got a wide chance to explore how beauty India, especially Vizag. I hope this pandemic will be answered. This is my journey in India, and success is a journey, not a destination. That's for me. Thanks for the nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Namaste.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Mbak Elsa Putri Pertiwi. She is our last speaker for our second main agenda today. And now we're opening the question and answer sessions, ladies and gentlemen. For those who have any questions at all, you may type or put your questions on the chat room. And we are giving 3 participants the chance to give their questions. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at all, you may type your questions on this chat room, in the chat room. Thank you very much. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform each and every one of you who has any questions at all. You may put your questions on the chat room. And now we are about to, very well. We have one question now for Ms. Kusuma Bansal. Ms. Kusuma Bansal.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Ms. Kusuma, we have this one question from one of our participants. Do the Indian government have the scholarship for degree program that being completely online, an online degree program, considering the current development of the COVID-19 pandemic? So do the Indian government have online scholarship program due to the COVID-19 pandemic? Ma'am?
No, there are no online programs on scholarship right now, but due to COVID, the programs offered on scholarship are online until the pandemic subsides. So semester 1, semester 2 may be online, but the entire course is not online.
Very well. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your answer. So the entire course is not online.
Yes,
now,
and there are no online courses on scholarships.
Very well. Thank you, ma'am, for your answer. And now
let me clarify. I hope we are talking only of long-term scholarship and long-term courses. Itech courses, the entire course is online available. So that may please be noted. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, move on to our second question today. What first to be done for the Indonesian student when they arrive in India relating to the administrative and immigration procedures? Is there any particular process, for example, reporting to the Indonesian embassy in New Delhi, India, or KBRI di India? This question is for attaché of KBRI New Delhi, maybe. Maybe to...
So sorry, Mbak Izati. So sorry. While listening, I have an urgent thing that I have to answer. Could you repeat again the question?
Yes, ma'am. So what first to be done for the Indonesian student when they arrive in India relating to the administrative and immigration procedure?
Okay. For those Indonesian students who will arrive, when they arrive in India, firstly, they should fill in the application of Peduli WNI, which is such as application for report the attendance of Indonesian citizen in overseas, so we can track their position, their coming, and we can have a communication with them, because in the application also mention about the email address, then the mobile number, phone, also the WhatsApp. So we can put in the data of Indonesian citizen in our embassy, because without their report, we cannot track their position, because in the situation like this, it's very important for us as part of our program. This is very important to protect the Indonesian citizen, especially in the amid of pandemic, because Indonesian embassy also deliver such a package for sanitary kits COVID-19 for Indonesian citizens, including the students. So it's very important for them who already arrived in India to report by application available in the Indonesian website. We can they also can check the IG of Indonesian embassy or IG of PP Indonesian Student Association of in India, PPI India, or they can also check from the Facebook. Also, we have also YouTube. Might be they can check through the social media. Please check the email address through Indonesian website, in the Indonesian embassy in India, in New Delhi.
I would like to add here a few things. First of all, I'm very glad to hear what the Indonesian embassy has made arrangements for the students from Indonesia coming to India. But on the other hand, especially I know about Itech scholarships and ICCR scholarships, that these two organizations who take care of these scholarships take full care of the receiving part of the candidate when they enter into India. So please do not worry as to how you will be taken care of on arrival. I hope my knowledge matches with the experience of the three participants who are calling from India. And here I must say that I'm really glad to hear all your experiences in India. And I'm also glad that you're taking this COVID pandemic situation sportingly and in the right spirit. But you may clarify about especially the SII candidate and the fellowship, doctoral fellowship program, whether when you came to India, there was a complete tie-up with the institution. And did you face any logistical issues at the time of arrival in India in the first place? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your answer. Ladies and gentlemen, our last question would be, are there any particular suggestions for the off-campus activities that can be recommended when living in India? Maybe one of the student representatives can answer this. I'll give the chance to Mbak Galuh, maybe, Mbak Galuh. Or Mbak Elsa?
Sorry, Mbak. Sorry, I cannot hear your voice.
All right, Mbak Galuh, so the question is, are there any particular suggestion for the off-campus activities that can be recommended by you when living in India?
So it is about activity during the pandemic. So there are a lot of activities that are holding by the universities, such as coursework online, but because we are in a PhD program, so our coursework just end at this time, so that we do some seminar, some webinar, we follow some seminars and webinars, and then we also doing some writing on our research, not only our dissertation, but we also doing some small research and do some publishing to our research. Maybe that's my suggestion for PhD program. Thank you, Matt.
May I add here once more?
Please.
One off-campus experience has already been mentioned by Ibu Elsa Putri Parthivi. Yoga is a very good off-campus thing that you can all engage in once you are in India. One should not miss that opportunity. The second is almost all universities have what should I say, extracurricular activities. If you are interested in debates, you can participate in the debate forum. If you are doing good music, there is a music club. I am from IIT Kanpur, and I know we used to do a lot of such things. There is something called Jam, just a minute. It's a very good exercise for quick thinking and quick learning. So there are a lot of activities which keep on going on any campus in universities in India. But here I would like to mention something for the benefit of everyone. It is not with anyone who is on scholarship in India, but we have found that there are certain people who have gone to India on a self-financing basis and who put on videos of, difficult areas in India or poverty in India, and then they put it on YouTube, and they have a large followership in Indonesia. Such kind of activities are not really desirable. If one wants to put Indonesia in bad shape or bad light, there are enough things to put on YouTube and advertise. But if you have come to India on study, you should concentrate on studies and not get involved in making yourself a YouTuber by placing bad pictures of India. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Maybe we would like to give a chance for Mbak Anggi to also answer the question. Mbak Anggi, over to you, Mbak.
Okay, thank you, Mbak. Actually, in my campus in IIT Jodhpur, in every hostel, they have a room which we can use for making the activity. In my hostel itself, we have a music room, we have gym, and also there is open in the middle of the hostel. We have a badminton also that we can use for activity. There is also TV room that we can see in every news, and also different in every hostel. Like in boys hostel, maybe they have basketball inside the hostel. So in that case that during pandemic, it's still open. They open until 10 o'clock in the night. So for that, maybe it's a nice to play with a friend or discussion in reading room also, and also in here library also open 24 hours. So we can study over library, also laboratorium. We can also use that. Thank you.
Very well, thank you very much, Mbak. I hope that answers the questions. But ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our webinar today, Study in India and Scholarship Opportunities. So thank you very much for your great attentions. I believe that one of the most valuable benefits of this event is meeting new people, so many influential people in education, so many students here, you can connect with one another. I think it's a really good avenue to build our personal network, exchange our ideas, and really just think beyond our boundaries. But most importantly, we hope that all of the participants are now inspired to follow the footsteps of all of our speakers today. We had Mbak Galuh, Mbak Anggi, and of course Mbak Elsa from their universities. And like Mr. Manoj said earlier, just get to the sites really, know the details and apply. This is an amazing opportunity, so do not miss it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your great attention. Enjoy the rest of the day. Good morning. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Stay safe, stay well.
Stay safe.
Bapak Ibu paparannya ada di chat room ya.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Mbak Izati.
Thank you very much. Namaste, Ambassador.
Thank you everyone. Namaste.